So, welcome to issue 48. As always, let's have a little look at the parts. See if I can get this off better today. Not really. Right, so we should have 7 parts for this issue. We'll just pop that there. And the parts that we receive are piece number 1, hull plating, TP4. Now, with these numberings, there's a little trick. BP frames are, because they begin with B, that means that they're for the bottom. These are TP, so these sound like they're going to be parts of the top frame. So, as always, the number is embossed. You can't see the number with my camera, but that does say TP4. And this is TP5, piece number 2. Shall we have a guess? Is that going to go on? No, that's not going to go on, maybe. I don't know. Oh well, we'll figure it out as we go. So piece number 3 is the assembly jig. Now, we did have an assembly jig come with the previous parts of the frame. And this is throwaway at the end, but it does work very, very well for supporting the frame while you're working on it as you're assembling it. Piece number 4 is a 2-hole connector, and let's open this up. So this is a 2-hole connector, basically used to attach 2 pieces of frame. Obviously this one has 2 screw holes, and then piece number 5 is a 4-hole connector, exactly the same as the one before, except it's got 4 holes. So this tends to join 4 pieces of frame together. And then lastly we have piece number 6, which is TF7. There we go, TF7. Again, very hard to see, I do apologise. And this is hull frame piece. And lastly we have a hull frame piece, TF8. So, given that we've got 2 pieces of hull frame and a 2-hole connector and a 4-hole connector, can you guess what's coming up in future issues? Okay, so to assemble the ventral turret we need 3 pieces. All of these pieces came from I believe it was issue 46. Yeah, issue 46. So we have the turret, we have the window frame, and we have they've just called this a laser mount. So what we need to do, if we look at this window frame, you see there's a small notch there, and that will line up with the little notch there, and we just simply do that with glue. So what I'm going to do, this is quite often how I do this, line this, do a dry fit, line it up with a notch, and then have a look at what contact points are being made, and then that will tell us where to apply glue. So what I'm going to do is a dab of glue on the actual main notch, and then I'm just going to put a few random points, just 2 or 3. You don't need many, just a tiny dab. This is just so that we can stick evenly all the way around, and then line up that like so. We don't get a lot of working time with this glue, but we do get a sufficient amount. So I'm going to apply even pressure there, and with any luck, yes, lovely, that's glued, lovely. So the main, I mean obviously this isn't got to take a lot of pressure, but what we've done is we've put the majority of the glue on the notch. That's where the main sticky point is, and I've just put a couple of dabs, you know, maybe one there, there and there, and then I'm sure if I pushed that really, really hard I could remove that, but obviously that's not the aim of this. So secondly we want to take the laser mount, which again came from issue 46, and that's got some locating lugs, and that will match up with those, so we know that's going to go on like so. and for me that's quite a loose fit, so that's actually really good. So you can see I can remove it that way. So while I'm dry fitting, I'm looking at any contact points. So what I'm going to do, glue on the 3 locating pegs, and I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on these flat surfaces. And then again, look, you see, not too much, and I've allowed room so that if the glue does spread, it's not going to seep out the sides. So we'll just line those lugs up, line the rear lug up, and then there we go, straight in. What I've done is I've lined the first lug up, and that just gives us a little bit of a pivot if we're a little bit off target. So alternatively, you could apply glue from the inside, I guess. And that stuck down fast. So that is the ventral turret. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to drop that. That is a ventral turret complete. Okay, so for the last section, we're going to be attaching the turret. So we need obviously the main body of the model. We need the turret. We need some silver screws, and obviously we need a screwdriver. Now, looking at the instructions on the magazine, it says that we need to fit it just says fit the turret in this orientation. Now, what happens is this part here is pointing off to one of these 4 sections. Now, it is actually in fact pointing away from this bit, so it's actually pointing like this. Now, there is actually a simple way to figure out if it's in the right way. Because of the orientation of the screw holes and the position of this, there's a little lip there. So let's look at the 3 wrong ways. So if we place this bit against there, it's not actually going to physically fit in because there's a blockage there. The other way to do it is this way or this way, and it won't go in because the screw holes won't line up. I could flip over and show you, but just trust me. So there's that way and that way, screw holes not lining up. This way it won't go in because this is blocked. That leaves this way, and if you, there we go, it's clicked in. So if we now turn this over carefully, sorry about this, I'm just gotta bring it away from the camera and rest it on my leg. Sorry, R2's just started off, so I don't know if you can see, but there's the screw holes there are now lined up. So what we will do now is we will screw that in with 6 screws, and that will be this section complete. In fact, actually that will be this entire stage complete. So there we go, that's the turret now inserted properly, and as you can see it's pointing off in that direction. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next week. So yeah, take care, bye bye.